The Bible is filled with so many amazing stories. And this, well, this is one of them. So the story goes that the Lord approaches Abraham, and he's like, Abraham, I am not very happy with the people of a place called Sodom and Gomorrah. And he says, listen, I am not happy because they're sinning, and because of their sin, I am going to have to destroy the whole place. Now, Abraham was like, well, destroy the whole place, because he didn't want the place to be destroyed. And so he thought maybe he could bargain with God and perhaps save the people. So he came up with a little plan, and he said, Lord, I know you want to destroy the whole land, but I have to ask a question. If there were 50 people in all of Sodom and Gomorrah, would you let everyone live?
50 righteous people, right?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I will let them live.
Oh, you'll let them live? Well, I guess I hadn't expected that answer. Maybe 50 is a little high for Sodom and Gomorrah, Lord. Okay, what about if there were 45 people in all of Sodom and Gomorrah? Would you let everyone live? Huh?
45 righteous people?
Yes, Lord.
I will let them live.
Really? Well, this is a lot easier than I thought, I guess. Lord, one more. If there were 40 people in all of Sodom and Gomorrah, would you let them live?
You mean 40 righteous people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will let them live.
Okay, what about 30 people in all of Sodom and Gomorrah? Would you let them live?
Okay, 30 righteous people, right? I will let them live.
Really?
I'm a God who's full of love.
Yeah.
I hope you understand.
No, I do, but it's just...
If you find a few good men, I won't destroy the land.
Okay, what about if there were 20 people in all of the land? Would you let them live?
Okay, 20 righteous people.
Yes.
I will let them live.
What about 10 good people? But very good. Would you let them live?
10 righteous people.
Yes, Lord. Would you let them live?
I will let them live.
Oh, because you're a God who's full of love, and now I understand that if you find a few good men, you won't destroy the land. Okay, so Lord, the final one is 10 good people, and then you won't destroy anything.
Yes, Abraham, 10 righteous people. I will let them live.
Oh, marvelous! Marvelous! And Abraham, he was happy because he thought, okay, at least 10 good people. So later on, the Lord sends 2 angels in the form of men to Sodom and Gomorrah. And as they approach the city, they are approached by a man named Lot. Now, Lot, he was a really good guy. And as he approached the angels, he said, gentlemen, please, why don't you come to my house tonight and we feast? And at first the angels were like, no, but Lot begs and begs. And eventually the angels go to Lot's house and he makes a feast. Now remember, Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't a very nice place. It was filled with people who were not too nice. So that evening, a lot of people came to Lot's house and they wanted to hurt the 2 men or the angels that were in Lot's house. And Lot says, no, you shouldn't want to hurt the people, but they really wanted to hurt the people. Now the angels got hold of Lot and pulled him into the house, and they struck the people that were outside with blindness until they could not see, and they ran themselves tired. And the angel said to Lot, listen here, Lot, this whole city is going to be destroyed, but you are a good man, and God doesn't want to destroy you. So he's saying you need to get out of the city. Do you have any son-in-laws and daughters? Can they come to you and then you escape with them? So Lot goes that evening to his son-in-laws and daughters and tells them what the angels had told them. But the son-in-laws were like, maybe he's not telling the truth. Well, the next morning, the angels tell Lot, okay, Lot, now you really have to go. And Lot is kind of trying to delay, but after a while, the angels take him, Lot and his daughters and his wife, out of the city, and they say, Lot, you need to go. And when you hear whatever you hear, do not, and I repeat, do not look back. And Lot is like, okay. And Lot and his daughters and his wife start running, and all of a sudden they hear boom! And as they're running, they're looking forward. But Lot's wife is kind of curious as to what's going on back there. So as they're running, Lot's wife, no, and she keeps running, and she's like, no. But eventually she gives in and turns around, and the Bible says she was turned into a pillar of salt. And Lot and his daughters, however, maintained looking forward, and they made it out fine. Now, it's an interesting story, but the lessons that I get from it are far more interesting. Now, a lot of times we find ourselves thinking God is this big, mean being where he is just ready to strike us down whenever we do anything wrong. But remember in the beginning when he had told Abraham that he wanted to destroy the whole city, and then Abraham started bargaining and said, well, what if there were 50 people, and brought it all the way down to 10 people, and God was still gonna save them? Now, this is the kind of loving God that we have. Because, a little while ago, he sent his son to come and die for each and every one of us. And they say that if it was just one person, Jesus would have come and still died. Now, that's crazy for me because there's 7 billion people in the world right now. Now, if you add that up with all the people that lived back in the day, I have no idea how many people that is. But if it was just for you or just for me, God would still have sent Jesus to die for us. Pretty amazing, huh? Now, I hope you've had as much fun listening to the story as I've had telling the story. Until next time, bye.